All right. So the next this thing is tan² s. So still using what first principle. So the thing we are going to do is we make the original equation our equation number what 1. Next thing we know is add change y to y and change in s to what s. Then equation 2. Then you subtract equation 2 from what? 1. So it is what? Change in y plus y minus y equals to what? tan² s plus change in s minus what? tan² s. Do you get this? So now this one we cancel out this. Then change in y will be equals to what? tan² s plus change in s minus what? tan² s. So if you look at this, this is nothing but what? Difference of 2 square. Difference of 2 square, which means s square minus what? Y square. Please sorry for the noise. So this s square minus y square is the same thing as what? It's the same thing as s plus y into what? S minus what? Y. Do you get that? So now it means that change in y will be equals to tan s plus change in s. Should we start with plus or minus? Plus tan s plus tan s, then put it in bracket into tan s plus change in s minus what? Tan s. You get this? So you have to recall the next step. You have to recall from compound angle. From compound angle, you have to recall that tan a plus b is nothing but what? Tan a plus tan b all over what? 1 minus tan a tan what? B. I've proved this. So you have to record this. So it means that change in y will be equals to, I'm going to apply this here now. I'm going to apply it here. So which means that we are going to have tan s plus tan change in s all over what? 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S plus what? Tan s. Put this all over what? 1. Then you open this bracket again. Tan s plus what? Tan change in s all over what? 1 minus tan s tan change in s minus what? Tan s all over what? 1. I hope you get this. So now the next thing is just to find the LCM. Find the LCM of 1 and this. Find the LCM of 1 and this. Everything you are doing, anything you do here is just you do it here. That's just the meaning of what we are doing. So now, change in y will be equals to the LCM of 1 and 1 minus tan s tan change in s is what? 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S. This in this is what? 1. 1 multiplied by all this is still what? Tan s plus what? Tan change in s. 1 in this is still this. This multiplied by this is plus tan s into what? 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S. So you can draw your line like this in this bracket. Similarly, the LCM of this and this is still what? 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S. So this in this is still what? 1. 1 multiplied by this is still what? Tan s plus what? Tan change in s. So 1 in this is this multiplied by this minus tan s into 1 minus what? Tan s tan change in what? S. So you can draw your line like this. So now the next thing we are going to do is to clear the brackets. We are going to clear the brackets. So now we have change in y now. Change in y equals to tan s plus tan change in s tan s plus tan change in s plus the next thing you are going to do is tan s multiplied by this, tan s multiplied by this, tan s times plus 1 is what? Tan s multiplied by minus tan s tan change in s is what? Minus tan square s tan change in s. Minus tan s squared tan change in what? S. All over what? All over what? All over 1 minus tan s tan change in s. You get this? Please, once again, sorry for the noise. Okay, so now the next thing here is also to what? Clear the bracket for this. So we are going to have tan s plus tan change in s back, tan s plus tan change in s, and minus tan s will neutralize the bracket, so we are going to have what? Minus tan s plus tan square s tan what? Change in s, all over what? 1 minus tan s tan what? Tan change in what? S. I hope you get this. So it means minus tan s times 1 is what? Minus tan s. Minus tan s minus times minus is what? Plus tan s times tan s tan change in s is what? Tan square s tan change in what? S. Similarly, that's what we did. Tan s multiplied by 1 is what? Tan s. Tan s multiplied by this is what? Minus tan square s tan change in s. So now, what we are going to do now, we can add this one and this one together. So it means change y is equals to tan s plus tan s is what? 2 tan s. 2 tan s, right? So now plus tan change in s minus tan square s tan change in what? S, all over what? All over 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S. So you can close this into this one. You see this will cancel out this, then we'll be left with what? Tan change in s plus what? Plus tan square s tan change in s, all over what? 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S. You get that? So now what do you think we can do? What do you think we can do from here? Do we have anything common here? There's nothing that is common there. We'll have said we should factor out something, but from this part you see tan change in s is common, right? So we can factor out tan change in s there. So if we factor out tan change in s, it means change in y will be equals to what? 2 tan s plus tan change in s minus what? Tan square s tan change in s, all over what? 1 minus tan 1 minus tan s tan change in s so into, let me factor out this by factor let me factor it at this side, so we left with 1 plus tan square s all over what? 1 minus tan s tan change in s into what? Tan change in what? S. If I multiply this with tan change in s, I'm going to get all this back. I hope you get that. So now the next thing that we can do is to is to divide through by what? Tan change in what? Is to divide through by what? Change in s. So if we divide through by change in s, it means that change in y over change in s will be equals to, so instead of me writing dividing through by change in s, I have to draw a line like this, then I'm going to write change in s like this. So why not Why not just using a common sense? We'll just do it like this, divided by change in s over 1, which we know that this division will change to what? Multiplication. Then which will be what? Times 1 all over what? Change in s. You get that? So now, and there I will just say put this change in s under this tan change in s. Do you get that? So now just write this as tan s plus tan change in s minus what? Tan square s tan change in s all over what? 1 minus tan s tan change in s into what? Into 1 plus tan square s all over 1 minus tan s tan change in s, and then tan change in s all over what? Change in s. I hope you get this now. So now the next thing is to take the limit. So let us take the limit. Lim as change in s approaching 0 of change in y over change in s be equals to lim as change in s approaching 0 of everything that is here, 2 tan s plus tan change in s minus what? Tan square s tan change in s tan change in s all over 1 minus tan s tan change in what? S. Then lim as change in s approaching 0 of what? 1 plus tan square s all over 1 minus tan s tan change in what? Change in s. Then lim as change in s approaching 0 of what? Tan change in s all over what? Change in s. I hope you get this. So now, and you will know that this is nothing but what? Dy over the what? Dy over the s. So which is equals to, so this means that anywhere I see change in s here, I'm going to replace it with what? 0. So let's start with this. Put your 0 here. You have change in s here. Put your 0 here. Tan 0 is what? 0, right? 0 multiplied by this is 0. Put your 0 here. Tan 0 is what? 0. 0 minus 0 is what? 0. So 2 tan s plus 0 is what? 2 tan s. So for this numerator part, we have 2 tan s. So put your 0 here. Tan 0 is what? 0. 0 multiplied by tan s is what? 0. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. So we have 2 tan s divided by 1 is what? 2 tan s. I hope you get this. So now let's do for this. Put your 0 here. Tan 0 is what? 0. 0 multiplied by tan s is what? 0. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. We left with what? 1 plus tan square s. But don't forget, 1 plus tan square s divided by 1 is still what? 1 plus tan square s. But 1 plus tan square s is what? Sec square s. So we have sec square s. And all this that you are seeing here is nothing but what? 1. And 1 multiplied by all this, we get this. I hope we get this. So this is our final answer. I hope we enjoyed the class. It's very sorry, how will I put it? It's somehow the expression is somehow wow, but it's very interesting. So I hope you enjoy the class. Please don't forget to share this with your colleagues in various institutions that might be in need of it. Thanks.